Hey guys, welcome back to Buzzer2Buzzer.
Tom Brady's the GOAT.
One thing that's not debatable is that Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time.
Matthew Stafford is the most underrated quarterback in the NFL.
Why is LeBron James the greatest NBA player to play the game? He's LeBron James.
Alright guys, so if you've not already checked out our part 1 of our 2020-21 NBA season award predictions, that'll be in the top right hand as a corner in the description. But today we're going to be doing a part 2 predicting the MVP, Most Improved Player of the Year, and the Rookie of the Year as well. So without any further ado, let's get to it. Alright guys, the first award which we're going to get started off by tonight is going to be the Rookie of the Year. Now guys, we saw a studded draft class coming into the NBA season. Our own Patrick Williams from the Chicago Bulls, Anthony Edwards, James Wise, all players having quite the impact. Our picks for the 2020-20 NBA season Rookie of the Year.
I think I'm gonna have to go with LaMelo Ball on this one. I think LaMelo Ball showed out this year. I personally thought he was the best rookie in the class coming into the draft, and I definitely think he is now. I mean, his production hasn't landed him the wins, but he's got all the stats. He's got the playmaking ability, and so far he's been the most polished rookie out of any of the rookie class.
Yeah, for sure. When you see LaMelo Ball playing in the league right now, you would never think that he's a rookie. He just seems like he's really experienced. Obviously, like scoring, he averages around 12 points a game, which is still great for a rookie. But I think his best ability is like his playmaking, and he's really valuable to the Hornets right now. Yeah, they're not getting the wins that they need a lot of games, but he's definitely contributing to the wins that they do get. So out of all the rookies, I would say that so far he's definitely gonna, he deserves a Rookie of the Year award.
I'm gonna have to go with Tyrese Halliburton. The Kings aren't as great of a team as the rest of the teams in the league. The Hornets, they're making some big name plays. Gordon Hayward had a big night, so they're sort of coming into relevance. But the Kings, they've always flown under the radar, and with the contract they gave to De'Aaron Fox, that team's sort of building themselves. And he can't win a championship by himself, and we know that. So now Tyrese Halliburton, when he comes and joins them out of Iowa State, he's sort of stretching the floor for them. He's adding to their offense a lot, and for that reason, you have to give him a credit. He's not putting up the same numbers as LaMelo Ball, but he's also having a bigger impact on LaMelo, and I think that has to be given some credit. So I'm gonna have to go with Tyrese.
For me, it came down to the Warriors, James Wiseman, or LaMelo Ball. But the past couple of nights, seeing LaMelo Ball, youngest player in NBA history to record a triple-double at the age of 19, and seeing his playmaking abilities like Arnie were talking about, it has to be LaMelo Ball. I feel like that he's putting the Hornets in a position for success. For sure, not this season, not the year after, but in the next 3 to 5 years, I feel like the Hornets, if they play their cards correctly, they can build quite the team around him, and he has a lot of upside, and I'm going with LaMelo Ball. All right, guys, and now moving towards our second award, which we are predicting today, that being the Most Improved Player of the Year. Now, guys, there are a bunch of notable players which we can talk about, a bunch of players who are coming out as stars, started this year, having quite the breakout season. It's only been the first quarter of the season. Our thoughts?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Christian Wood from the Houston Rockets. I think he's been showing out this year. Everyone, no one knew him really who he was last year, and this year, he's putting up 23 points, 10 rebounds for that Rockets team, and really is their biggest defensive presence on that floor. And so I think, you look at him last year, from going from an unknown to a starter and a quality starter that he is now, I think you have to go with Christian Wood.
I'm going to have to go with Michael Porter Jr. for Most Improved Player. We saw what he did in the bubble last year, helping Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray with their crazy playoff run, but he's doing it even more to a greater extent this year. He's putting up higher numbers for points per game. He's doing much better shooting-wise in percentages. And so you have to give him some credit. And he's improving game after game. I think last night or a few nights ago, he actually had a very impressive game shooting-wise, scoring a lot of points. And so he's been earning these minutes week after week, and we can see that the Nuggets are actually putting him in the game more. He's close to getting a starting role or a bigger role on the team. And so he's slowly showing that improvement that you want out of Most Improved Player, and he's adding to already a pretty stacked team of Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Not to mention, because of his assistance, it's helping Nikola Jokic put up MVP numbers.
I was thinking Michael Porter Jr., but I'm going to have to go with a different player. I think it's Gordon Hayward who could win Most Improved Player. Not even like he had a bad season last year. He had a pretty good season, but I feel like this year, ever since his injury, he's been playing the best. Since his injury, this is the season he's been playing the best, and how he was playing in his prime. And with the Hornets a couple nights ago, just hitting that game winner, I just feel like he's contributing a lot to this team. He's shooting better, he's scoring more, and he's just doing an overall better job. So I think Gordon Hayward's going to win Most Improved Player.
Gordon Hayward's for sure was on top of my list, but I'm going to have to go with Jaylen Brown. There's one main reason why. Last year when Kemba Walker was there, I saw a lot of minutes being taken away from Jaylen Brown. We saw how he torched it up during the Eastern Conference Finals, him and Jason Tatum, the future of that team. But this year, we've seen Jaylen Brown already hitting off his 27.6 boards, 45% of the three-point range. I feel like that he is becoming a true leader of that team, truly helping out Jason Tatum out there as well. And I feel like, sure, we saw him pop off last year, but this year he's just continuing that up and to a bigger extent, larger minutes, and that's why he'll win Most Improved Player of the Year. All right, guys, and now moving on towards the award of which you guys have been anticipating the most, that being the Most Valuable Player of the Year. And guys, I know who I'm going for this award, and you guys probably know too if you watch a couple of our old videos. When we get started off with Arian, your incorrect pick.
I think I got to go with LeBron James. LeBron James has been the best player in the NBA all year. I haven't seen a player like him, probably ever. Obviously, he's the GOAT for that reason, and he's showing why this year. He's putting up lots of points. He's really helping on the defensive side this year. I've seen more. And, just phenomenal at the age of 36 now almost. Just absolutely insane. He's a GOAT for a reason.
No one cares that he's 36. But the correct answer, like Harsh was mentioning earlier, I think it's Joel Embiid. When you look at the most valuable player, it's not just about who's the best player in the league. It's about who's the best player on the best team. Now, obviously, the Sixers having the best record in the East. I'm going to have to give the award to him. If he continues playing like this, he's playing on a whole new level. I've never seen him play like this good. And when you give a team that good of a record, obviously you need recognition. And I think if he continues to play this way, he's going to win MVP for sure.
Yeah, I said Nikola Jokic is putting MVP numbers, but Joel Embiid is having an even better season. It's crazy the improvement he made from last year to this year. You could even consider him the most improved player for that. And he's really putting up Giannis-like numbers like we saw last year. And it shows that Doc Rivers has helped him take his game to the next level. And, credit to LeBron, right? He comes in and does this year in, year out, but Joel Embiid has played better. And so you have to give the edge to Joel Embiid there.
They say you do something too often, people stop noticing. And if you do something out of the bloom, people start noticing. And that saying applies year after year after year. Y'all, you guys saw that new intro we just implemented right in our video. What am I seeing at the end? LeBron James, he's the best player because, Arian, who is he?
The GOAT.
Exactly. Guys, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists at 36 years old. I want to see one of you guys go to the league and put up those numbers when he's 36 years old.
Nuts,
man. NBA Finals last year. He's looking like Tom Brady at the NFL. Those two, man, you can't. It's a whole other tier. LeBron James last night put up 46 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists against his former team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. 46 points at 36 years old. Exactly. Thank you for the emphasis. There's not much more to be said. Every year when LeBron James is alive, in this league, playing in optimal 70, 80 games in this league, LeBron James will be in the conversation. However, this year, he's not going to be robbed once again, and he better not be robbed once again.
So, I definitely see the argument for LeBron. I know that Ryan's obsessed with LeBron James, and, he's definitely a contender this year like he is every year. But I feel like a reason why, if he continues to play like this, why he won't win the award is because he has Anthony Davis on his team. Anthony Davis is a top 5 player in this league too. So I feel like when people think of, the Lakers, they don't just think of LeBron. Like, that's all it is on that team. It's also Anthony Davis. However, when we think of the Sixers, it's just Joel Embiid. Yeah, Ben Simmons is a good player too. He's a potential all-star. Sometimes he makes the all-star team. But I just think that Joel Embiid is like the soul of that team. And you can argue that Anthony Davis could be the soul of the Lakers and not LeBron James. So
yeah, but LeBron's putting up these numbers at 36 years old. This is something that's never been done before.
So why does that
doesn't matter? That doesn't
you can
matter.
use that argument for his Hall of Fame ballot, his GOAT argument, but why does that matter for this year's MVP season? Why does
Arch has a point. In long term, all right, thanks for that. But he is a GOAT. You all know that. But long term, for sure, Hall of Fame argument. But this season, he's still putting up I would say he's top 3 still in the NBA. It's for sure debatable right now. The odds, whatever you want to say. But right now, the numbers he's putting up, taking everything into account, coming off the championship season, little rest, as with the Heat as well. But just for him to be doing this putting these numbers out with Anthony Davis on his team, having that type of talent, superb talent on his team to do this side by side, at the end of the day, I'll be proud if Anthony Davis or LeBron wins it. It just has to be somebody in the purple and gold. All right, guys, so those are our picks for the MVP, Most Improved Player of the Year, and the Rookie of the Year, concluding our predictions for this NBA season. Championship predictions will be coming about in the next couple of weeks as well as the season progresses. But as always, guys, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below your picks for these 3 awards. Guys, take care. Catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.